Hello, everyone. Waiting for the start of the stream. See a lot of folks in chat. Hope everyone's doing well this morning. Bob's here, Annie's here, James is here. Claus is here.
Andy's here.
Andy's here. We do have our co-host today. There we are.
Good morning.
Clapping
Hello,
for our
everybody.
co-host.
Hello. Thank you. Oh, Sergio says there's an echo. Who's echoing? Is it me or you?
Don't know.
Hello, Dave. Dave Wilson's here.
Hey, Dave. Andrew's already kicking in money for the coffee fund.
Sergio says we're all echoing.
There's no echo.
Thanks, Andrew.
Thank you. Sergio, give it a refresh and see if the echo goes away.
Yeah, I'm wondering. Yeah.
But thank you for the confirmation, all.
Thank you, everybody.
So, I wonder if there's a ship date on this so that I can be actually like, I can own up to what actually happened here. It came from Hong Kong, and there's a wait. March 17th, 2021. I'm a little behind.
Post-COVID.
So, here's what happened. John Mulac over at 3D Printing World makes awesome stuff. Let's just hands down, the guy's pretty much a genius. He's brought to us things like the Mulbot, which is it's a 3D printed printer. It's an i3 style, but he actually 3D printed the belts from TPU. That's how far he took the whole 3D printed printer thing. And that was years ago. Well, he designed machines for a living, right? And he's designed several of them, and they're all awesome builds. Well, back in 2021, he reached out to me and said, hey, I would like to get a little bit more attention to this IDEX build, IDEX being independent dual extruders. I built this machine. I really like it. LDO is going to start making kits for it, and I'd like to have you build one. And I said, awesome, let's do that. Well, obviously I got a little busy in between now and 2021 because I'm just now looking at building this. This is one of the LDO kits. I don't know that LDO still makes these kits. Maybe they will after we build this one, and they'll start making them again, and it will be popular again. I don't know. Sorry that I'm so late on this whole thing, but we are going to build one now, if that helps at all. I will put it all out here. I don't know. I've opened these boxes, but I don't remember what's in them. LDO and I are good friends, so there might be stuff in these boxes that you would not have in your kit if they start selling kits again. I can't make any assumptions about what the kit would look like to what we're going to work on today. But that's what we're going to do. So long story short, we're going to build the Muldex from 3D Printing World. This is the LDO kit to do most of it, but of course we have to go back and print all of our parts. There's a lot of decisions we have to make. It is a completely open source project. It's out there on GitHub. The information is in the description of this video. It will be in the chat as we build. It's going to be a long build. I'm guessing 7 or 8 streams long. Today, I'm just focused on inventorying stuff that's in the box, trying to get a lay of the land, and then making a list of the things that we will need going forward. So that's what we're going to do, and we'll talk about the rest of it while we build. There we go. Is that a long enough opening to everything?
It all.
Okay.
I think you got all the information out there. You did good.
Okay. So yes, if anyone has questions, we will do best to answer them. Honestly, I've looked at the GitHub page recently trying to get my bearings, but it's an open source project. It's a lot of it you have choices to make. Extruders, Hotends, whatever you want to do. So it's kind of up to your interpretation how you'd like to build. But that's the kind of project that I like. We don't really necessarily have to follow any tight rules. we can build it as we see fit.
Andrew says, so no Benji today? Probably not today.
I still have a few. Most of mine were won in the claw machine. I probably only have 3 or 4 in-house right now. Most of them got taken by others at Murph.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you already have an IDEX? No, I have an E3D tool changer and I have an XL, but I don't have a true IDEX machine. And this IDEX is just double core XY back to back. So imagine a core XY, you've got the U-shaped belt. Well, on this one, you've got one U-shaped belt in front, and then you have one backwards in back. So the 2 tracks to run both tool heads. There we go.
There we go. It's gonna be a long build, huh?
Yeah, I'm kind of
Take
just
some
excited
time.
to see what's in the box.
Well, I am also interested.
I'm not exactly sure what came with all of this. Again, I talked to John for like a second. I'm like, yeah, I want to build that. And then I talked to Jason and he's like, hey, there's going to be a kit coming. I'm like, cool. And that's really the last thing that I did with this machine. So. And we'll talk, I'm sure we'll get that question many, many times. Kyber just subscribed, thank you. IDEX stands for Independent Dual Extruders. And I'm wearing my Murph X shirt today.
Yes, looks very nice on you.
Thank you, thank you. Oh, and I was wrong. This is not chrome. It is black extrusion. So we were talking about what, because there's a lot of printed parts on this. Not a lot, but some printed parts on this. Talking about what filament we should use to print the parts, because I haven't started that yet. But I was talking to John this morning, and he used atomic PETG CF on all of his builds. And we don't necessarily need CF. CF's cool and all. But CF does greatly increase the cost of your filament. And you can't get it in as many colors as you can just standard PETG. So as a group, we have some decisions to make. What's you can see on the GitHub, like its configuration and where the printed parts would be, and kind of give you an idea what colors would look good with our black extrusion. So I'm always up for suggestions. Your baby IDEX. I'm pretty sure I got a picture. I saw a picture of that, James. I'll have to check it out again, though, now that we're building one. I'm going to say 7 or 8 streams.
You think that long, huh?
I would guess so. Bob's not hearing the audio alerts. Let's try clapping again. Oh, see, I fixed it last night, and it's broken again.
Hello. Yeah. Regular Clipper does not seem to have an IDEX down yet. Are you going to use ratios? Is that?
Yeah. Rat OS. We will probably, depending on the board that we choose, we'll probably start with RepRap. It has all the configuration options we need, input shaper, all that good stuff. I don't know what board we're going to use yet. I have a couple that I have in mind, but this one has 7 motors in total, I believe. So we're going to have some sort of breakout to control all those. We could use an octopus or something like that, but we'll get to all of that. But we could use whatever firmware we wish, but I'm pretty sure that I've done more of the advanced configurations like this in RepRap, so I'm a little bit more familiar with it. So we might start there, and John does have some examples of that firmware out on the GitHub, so that will help too.
Shiny. Somebody says shiny.
Shiny.
So that's the frame. It's black then.
Yes.
And then, well, we ready to talk colors? Or?
Let's get into it.
I think maybe purple would look kind of cool.
Purple?
Galaxy, perhaps something like that.
Now it's so we kind of have to we have to take a few things into account here at Chris's Basement. So we could go PETG, which I'm totally fine with. I like building machines out of it. That means we have pretty much any color option known to man. We could get with somebody like Greengate or something like that and get an awesome color to print for our machine. But if we want to go PETG CF, like the ultimate super awesome filament, pretty much my, who's your buddy, who's your pal is Prusa. But they only offer black in PETG CF. So black on black, probably not the coolest looking thing, but it'd be sturdy. So
Somebody said green.
green.
You
yeah.
mentioned neon green. Goshen grape.
There you go.
You mentioned neon green or upstairs. That might look cool.
Well, I was just thinking about what would really irritate folks. Let's do neon.
Something obnoxious.
I do have some neon
Slime green.
PETG. Some neon yellow PETG.
Burnt titanium from Flashforge.
Ooh.
What's burnt titanium?
I don't know. I have to check that one out.
Yeah. I wonder what that looks like. Kind of a gunmetal color? I mean, that's what I'm imagining in my mind, but I don't know.
Yeah.
What PEG is in the pile?
Yeah, I could go.
PETG.
Now that I'm completely organized with my filament, I could go over there and shout them off in order.
Fluorescent, glow in the dark, perhaps?
Glow in the dark. Now that's a fun one.
Yeah. I like the
Prime
sound of neon
time.
green. Javi wants, it says neon green. Pink.
Pink wouldn't be bad.
Hypermotive wants pink.
Prime time lime. I don't know that name, but that's a good name.
That sounds like a good color. I like it. Translucent black. Kind of a smoked glass vibe is what Eric Galloway says. Need a dozen nozzles.
Yeah. If we do abrasive, it's gonna take a few nozzles to get through that.
So far, neon green and fluorescent green seems to be have all the colors. Sergio says rainbow filament. Get the palette out. Get the palette 2 out. We'll make it all.
We'll make custom filament for it. That would be interesting.
Yeah, it's similar to metallic cobalt, is what Carrie says. R says, excuse me. Teal, yellow. Jeremy likes yellow. We mentioned yellow upstairs.
It would have to be the right color of yellow, though. There's
Yeah.
so many. Yellow is one of those things that I have so many different shades.
Oh, Mike sent me a picture on the Twix of the titanium color. Kind of a blue gray. Real pretty. Like a midnight blue kind of color, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Real pretty. Thanks, Mike. Cool.
These are LDO branded linear rails.
Oh, Andy wants you to paint it.
Yeah.
Fun King Yellow. Oh, God.
IC3D made that. I wonder if they're still making Fun King Yellow. So this was kind of the boring box, aluminum and rails. The
Well,
fun box is over here.
We got a color. That's cool.
But yeah, that's good. So the next 2 weeks, and for next time's build, I'll have to be printing parts and, well, figure out what filament we want to use, get said filament, and then start printing. And there's not a ton of parts, but, enough.
Fly pestering me over here, driving me crazy. Jerks. I swear to God, they wait outside the door for you to open the door, and then they just swoop
They
right
do.
in. They're just waiting for you.
So this
Got
build,
2 of them now.
since the age of this build, somebody mentioned it hadn't been updated since 2021, and that is correct. I mean, he hasn't really there's been other options and stuff made, but I don't think he's taken the time to. If nobody's adopting it, right? It's open source, so there's nobody making parts for other newer extruders and things like that. So this one is made specifically for B and G extruders or Orbiter 1.5s. And we're already at Orbiter 3 now, I think. So this one has some 1.5s in it. And a ton of motors. Now it looks like he sent me a couple of different hot ends, but maybe he didn't intend these hot ends to be for this build. Because this is a Dragonfly IS Fetus, and this is a BMS. So, I mean, we could work these into this build, but maybe we don't want to. Well, that's like 5 streams from now. So.
All right. How was everybody's 4th? Ours didn't go very well.
Ambrosia CF. Huh. Oh my lord.
Filament of the Gods, red.
This is just a giant foam thing full of little baggies of hardware.
Oh.
I think I'm just gonna leave that self-contained like
Need
that
like
for
a
a
box
moment.
or something to put
Yeah,
those in.
I gotta get sorted here.
Yeah.
Hot end parts. Yeah, our 4th wasn't didn't go as planned, did it?
Oh, such a bummer. I got sick the night before. Like, woke up, tummy ache, not feeling good, and I thought it was just my acid reflux. It was not. I had some kind of virus. I was sick all day on the 4th. And guys, let me tell you this. I had food. We were going to eat our way through the 4th. I had every meal planned out. It was going to be awesome. It's just me and Chris. Lots of snacks. We're going to have this great day. And I was so sick that we couldn't do anything. Chris had to take care of me. And I mean, like, poor guy was changing out the trash can, if you know what I mean. I was getting sick.
It was bad news.
He had to look after me all day. I felt so bad for him. But I couldn't do nothing. Like, I had to send a text to my boss, and because I was gonna pop into the school and do some, just quick things before summer school started, nothing major, and I had made plans to meet her there, even on the 4th, but just in the morning, nothing going on during the day. Anyway, though, and I couldn't even lift my phone up. Like, I couldn't even text. Chris had to finish the text for me. It was that bad. I was that out of it. My head was swimming, and I just felt terrible.
Look how beautiful this plate is.
Very pretty. Like
Gorgeous.
a mirror.
Nice work on that.
It was awful. So today we're doing kind of 4th of July redo. A lot of the stuff was still frozen, so I could, get it out and thaw it out. And so we're doing 4th of July redo today. This morning we had waffles, and they were delicious.
They were good.
They were very good. This afternoon, I ordered these pretzels from Eastern Standard Provisions. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of them, but they make pretzels. And they make waffles too. So and they just mail them to you. So anyway, I got waffles this morning. We had waffles. And then this afternoon, I got a couple of pretzels, like the big Bavarian pretzels. And we're going to do that. And then, yeah, much better, Andrew. I'm much better now. And then we're going to go, got Snack Attack this afternoon, and we're going to grill and hang out. So we're going to do 4th of July redo. Yeah, and I am feeling much better. So.
That was a bummer.
It was.
But fortunately, I was very, very fortunate that I did not get the same thing.
He didn't get it. You know what?
I was very careful.
Yes. The next day, I was feeling well enough. My tummy still hurt quite a bit, but I was feeling well enough that I could help, like, clean the bathroom and stuff. I mean, that's like the danger area, right? Ugh. Anyway, though, but we got the rugs washed and we got the floors cleaned up and we disinfected the bathroom, and I think that's huge. It's just one of those things. No, Sergio asked if it was foodborne. I don't think so. I've had like some food illness before, and it usually only lasts about 12 hours for me. This was I'm pretty sure this was a virus of some kind. And it's the one that we kind of agreed it was a rotavirus, not an airborne virus.
40.
It's passed in other ways. But so you just got to stay up on your hand washing. Wash your hands, folks. because it's out there and it's coming for you. It's so bad. It was so bad.
I wouldn't wish that on anyone.
Oh my God. Chris was like, I mean, I was scared too because I was in so much pain, but Chris was like, what do I do? And I'm like, man, I don't know. I'm just dying here. It was awful. But okay now. Much better now.
We're going to put that in the past.
In the past. Yes.
So this bed plate is 300 by 400, but IDEX, you have to make some considerations, right? Because you got these two tool heads dancing around. It's going to be a much larger machine, so you can't actually print all over the bed. But he has listed here in single mode, so you're not using, both tool heads aren't active. You can print 340, 300, 300. But then in copy mode, you know, that would be like split down the center, one on each side. So that's 190 by 300. But then in dual mode, it's 310 by 300. So going from 340 to 310, being able to utilize both tool heads, that's pretty good. So just keep in mind as we continue to talk about IDEX, that's going to be in the mix here. We have 3 different types of motor. I'm going to open this vent. It's going to be super hot here today.
So get some air in here.
Yeah, we have 3 different types of motor. There are 3 Z's. And then I'm guessing these are the X. Well, let's just take a look. They're all 42s, but okay. So these are pancake motors for the extruders. Yeah. Well, let's unpack everything. Why not? So we got 2 pancakes for the extruder heads.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and these have the transmission on them, as I like to say. These are for your belt drives for Z. Those guys. And then you have the 4 for, remember, two extruder heads, 2 completely independent Core XY setups. So a lot of motors.
3D Printing World says, I can't believe Chris is building a Muldex. Thank you so much for building one. I'm so excited to see what you think of it.
Yeah, 3D Printing World, that's John, and he is the creator of this whole thing. Thank you for all that. Planetary gear reducers is what these guys are. It's a really cool design. I'm just sorry that it's taken me so long to get to it, but we're here now. It is going to happen.
What's 3D Printing World's name again?
John Mulac.
John. Oh, okay. I got you written down now, John.
You're on the list.
You're on my list.
It was good. I got to talk to John for a while at MERP. He was the table right across from us. And you might know John because he makes all those awesome retractable lightsabers and stuff over there on printables.
Yes, and you got one.
Yeah, he gave me one at the end, a little mini one. It's so awesome. I got it over there.
Yeah. I thought, yeah, cool.
Yeah, but I got to talk to him for a while. We got to catch up. It's always awesome.
That's yeah, Mike had mentioned that he was across from us on the Twix here that he said. So.
Yeah.
Yes. For those that don't know, me and Mike Fancy have our own sidebar conversation when we're conversing with you. We converse privately. We don't say any, just little notes here and there.
Oh, don't let her lie to you. She's bad mouthing every one of you.
Trash on everyone. No, not really. We just he references things for me. If I don't know, he'll reference something for me in private, so that trying to save my dignity and help me not look like a dummy.
So I only got one. Well, maybe I pulled the other one out. There was only one of these 1.5 extruders in the box. But now that I'm so super organized, I know exactly where to go to see if I have another one.
Mike says, especially that Bob Carnes guy.
That Bob.
Bob wants to know if there's any wires in the little boxes.
No. The wires are on the tape. Maybe you can't see them. They did give us a set of wires.
Cool. How was I didn't really get any feedback on the 4th of July. Anybody celebrate? Andrew, how was your 4th of July? No, you guys do something, don't you? Oh yeah, and by the way, we got $300 worth of fireworks up in the garage that we have. We're gonna have to light them off slow so we don't get the cops called on us.
In
So
secret.
we're doing a couple every weekend. We're just gonna do a few fireworks every weekend until they're gone.
So I will have to locate another 1.5 orbiter. I have a 2.0, but I do not have a 1.5. So we'll either have to we'll have to alter the parts to use a 2 or find another one of these somewhere. So if you got one laying around that you haven't used, look me up.
Barbecue and fireworks. Zelda had a blast. That's good, Jeremy.
He's talking about us.
That's what you do. That's what you kind of do around here on the 4th. We don't go out. We don't go to parties or nothing. It's amateur night. We stay home.
Yeah.
But that's what we do. Barbecue and we eat, and then we light stuff and drink a little bit and light stuff on fire. That's the American way. That's
alcohol and fireworks.
Eat, drink, light stuff on fire. Had a great one. Daughter, granddaughter, and professor son-in-law flew in from Florida. First get together in 4 years. Oh, that's nice.
Did you just say professor son-in-law?
And professor son-in-law. That's what Sergio says.
I hope that's like his like people call him that. Like I'm professor son-in-law.
I'm assuming he has a PhD in something.
In being a son-in-law. Yes, all the wires are here, and these are all penned out for duet, by the way.
Nice.
So
Andrew didn't do much. Our neighborhood turns into a war zone for 2 or 3 days, so we just try and lay low. That's exactly us. We hang out in the backyard. We might go out front to light off some things that do better on the concrete, but for the most part, we do everything in the backyard where we can't be bothered. Still have to dodge a few fireworks every once in a while, but that's okay.
Keep people from burning your house down.
Exactly. Jeremy says drink just a little bit. Well, it's a relative term. You also need a mirrored orbiter housing. I think if I sent you one, but I can't. He's trying to figure out if he sent you one, but he can't remember.
Okay. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Again, today it's basically I just needed to take inventory to figure out what we were even going to do. I am going to have to find some place for all these screws, though.
Music Dad says, booze, bombs, perfect combination. Booze and bombs. That's how we roll. And then somebody else says, our house was calm. Bob Karn says, our house was calm, but one of the neighbors won a Darwin Award issued by the emergency room. I don't know what. I guess he had to go to the emergency room. Blow your hand off, did ya? Swam in the pool and ate way too many soft pretzels. That's it. Spent the weekend in Camp Lewin with my son on base in North Carolina. Very nice. Good to see your kid. He's in the military then, Tech Dad. You can make one a print head and the other one a claw, Joel Driver says.
There you go. We need one we can make the other one like a suction grabber to pull the part off and toss it on the floor.
Yes. Oh, Tech Dad's son's in the Marines. Well,
awesome.
Good for him.
Perfect time to do it over 4th of July.
Yeah. 3Bar D says, we love fireworks, but I swear our neighbors must have went to a fireworks tent that was selling buy one, get 10,000 for free. They've been shooting every night since July 3rd. Ours too. Oh my gosh.
10,000 for free.
We got our neighbors. We got some neighbors down the street from us, and I swear they were shooting off fireworks until I think I remember hearing one after 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, easily 1 a.m.
Well, and when you've been sick all day, I'm sure that's the best thing you want to hear.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's all right though. I mean, that's the way of it. That you just expect it. Suck it up. It's gonna be a noisy couple of days. More than happy to drop ship an orbiter. I'm on Truggy or on Discord. Just need to know where to send it. It was a pleasure to say hi at Murph. Truggy says this.
Hey, awesome. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. I'll get with John and see what we actually need, but it would be awesome if we and I don't mind paying for one. I just don't know if you can still buy a 1.5 because of all the newer ones are out. So, yeah, if somebody still has one on the shelf, I'd be happy to make a deal with you.
Yeah. Joel Greer has a unused orbiter 1.5 he can send me.
Oh, cool.
Send us, excuse me.
Cool. Well, then there's more out there than I thought there'd be.
Yeah. Andrew says he likes professional fireworks displays. I do too. We like go to the baseball game and watch the fireworks there. It's really cool. Neighborhood randos, not so much. No, us either. We don't really care.
They're starting to mix a lot of the displays with drones now too, which is super cool.
So neat. I've never actually seen a drone show. I think that'd be really cool.
I'm waiting for one of the fireworks. Well, I mean, it has to happen all the time. Like the fireworks shoots the drone out because fireworks aren't that accurate. You'd figure they'd tag one of those drones once in a while.
Yeah, something's gonna get damaged. Yeah.
And that would be even cooler.
Well, occasionally the Royals will do a drone show too. We should check that out sometime.
Yeah, I think theirs was a mixed show this year.
Very cool.
I was trying to pair all these up to see what's what.
I guess it's really neat to do, but we had a kind of a crummy fourth, and that happens, you know. Them's the breaks. What are you gonna do? Stinks, but I'm just so glad I'm feeling better and that it wasn't anything worse than what it was. And that's the thing too. I know you guys, when you're never sick and you do get sick, it's awful. You know, like, I mean, it's awful getting sick anyway, but like, I'm never sick. I am, knock on wood, I am a relatively healthy person. I'm, you know, and I just, who knows, you know? Who knows where I picked it up? I don't always wash my hands before leaving the gym. That's likely where I picked it up. And then, you know, grocery store too. I don't always wash my hands when I get home from the grocery store. Just one of those things.
Yup. Well, I'm glad you didn't die, honey.
Me too.
Okay, we've got extrusion. So I'm done for the day. I've seen everything that's in the box.
Seen them all. How you feeling about this?
It's gonna go. Can't be any harder than an E3D tool changer.
Absolutely.
Right? I remember I just said that.
Famous last words.
All right. So everybody's probably already been to the GitHub, but let's just for good measure, let's share what one of these things looks like done, so you can kind of see what we're building.
That's cool.
See back here, it's got purge buckets, so it's got hot filament on it all the time, right? Well, you cool it down when you park one of these things.
Nice.
But then you park it over one of these buckets so that it will wipe and leave the little fragment of filament back there.
That's real sharp looking. We gotta find a cool color, folks.
We have to have something really cool.
I'm liking the neon green, I think. Like monster green, you know? I think that would look cool.
Like a Frankenstein the Monsters style green, something like that.
Yeah, like a neon green or a lighter green, lime, but
I wonder if
zippier. I don't know.
I wonder if Dave makes limer green in PETG.
I don't know.
Because if we wanted to talk purple, there's a million shades of everything, but I've got every color known to man in PLA, but that's not really going to help us much here. But like, that's limer green.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that one.
And then you gotta get into emerald greens.
Well, I don't want anything too jewelly. I'm thinking, I kind of like that. What you got in your hand there?
So I would call this like what, lime green?
Lime green,
maybe.
Let's see.
If Dave makes this the official color is limer green, but if Dave makes that, and the camera's not on, in PETG, that would probably be an easy thing for us to get.
Somebody said electric/acid green, like the Joker. That'd be close. How are you feeling? How are we feeling about this color, gang? Neon yellow. Somebody's after neon yellow. Jeremy Lucas mentioned neon yellow also.
I do have one spool of that neon yellow PETG.
Another vote for green. People are liking the green. I kind of liking the green.
We'll go.
Yeah, different, not blue, not red.
Yeah, we'll have to see if we can get it.
Yeah, Jeremy likes this one. The neon green. What's your favorite PETG to use?
I still, and I know people give me a hard time, but I'm gonna kill that fly. Shh. Oh, anyway, people give me a hard time about it, but I really only deal with a couple of vendors when it comes with filament, depending on what it is. But like PLA, PETG, they're very common. Everybody makes them. I have a lot of Prusa mint because it always prints well, and a lot of Jesse PLA and PETG. If they have the color, I'll get it. So I mainly deal in those two. Outside of that, you know, Greengate, I'll print some of that pretty often. You know, that's just PETG. Well, I can tell you, I can just look on this rack over here. That's pretty much Filamentum, but I don't deal with PETG with them. But that's pretty much the only 3 brands that I have right now. So,
why not ASA or ABS?
You could go that route, but you're going to have to deal with part shrinkage. So, I mean, ASA, I wouldn't do ABS personally, but ASA I'm fine with. But the dimensions would not be the same after I got it done. Plus, there's not going to be an enclosure on it, so it's really not going to matter that much.
There you go.
Lime or green is close to Greengate Primetime Lime, Andrew says. Oh, I wanted to tell my Team Orange folks that I just noticed this today, but Printed Solid currently has NinjaFlex Orange TPU. I have never seen Orange TPU before. It's the rubbery stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's 85A. So if you need orange, they have it. Now, I was super excited about the orange, but they do also have a green color right now. So, and I don't get paid for telling you this. I just think it's really cool that they had it.
Nice. 3D Printing World says time to try some atomic PETG.
Yeah, I was running atomic filament at Murph. I went over to the table and bought a spool, and it's good. I mean, I've used atomic in the past. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's just, how should I say this? Prusa and Printed Solid are good friends of mine.
Mm-hmm. Friends of the channel. I think I've heard you refer to them as friends of the channel.
So it's a little easier to afford. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
PETG. I'm just curious. Printed Solid. They have tree green, but they do not have limer green in PETG. So maybe we'll have to go to Greengate. Wonder if Rich and Barb would be super swell and sponsor some filament for this build.
Maybe. Give us a discount.
We'll talk about how awesome they are. Like we already do that, but we'll do it more.
We'll push your channel. Yeah. Okay, you need to print the parts in TPU. See if it dampers the vibration. LOL.
There you go.
That's Joel.
Give it a try. We've done crazier. Primetime Lime. He's right. It is darn close to that color.
Oh, I see. Thanks, Mike.
Is that a forklift? That's a cool model for your business cards. Check out the forklift.
Oh, cool.
So maybe we'll try that.
I like the color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steve builds. What's going on, Steve?
All right. It's Camp Lejeune. I mispronounced Lejeune. I think I mispronounced the camp. Sorry about that. Hi Steve, how are you?
Got his ass. Anyway.
Got his ass. That's kind of a joke between me and Chris.
All right. So I can do a little bit of assembly here. Not a ton, but at least we can get an idea of the lay of the land.
Derek's here. Hello, Derek. Good morning.
CEO and COS.
COS. Joel says you need a bug assault.
I know.
I'm gonna be getting shot with rock salt, Joel. That hurts. He's gonna shoot me.
It wouldn't hurt that bad.
Gonna get me when I'm bent over unloading the dishwasher or something, and it'll get me. Can't risk it.
Can't risk it.
I find PLA warps the least, but it has its downsides.
Yeah, was there a question above or something?
What filament do you recommend for printing prints with tight tolerances like the fractal vise?
Yeah, I mean, the disappointed swatter isn't printed.
Sorry,
I think
guys.
I had a printed one at one time, actually. Yeah, I mean, so you're going to get the less, what do we want to call it, deflection from PLA. You're going to be able to get real tight tolerance. PETG, though, is a very close second. Does recycled PETG have a lower softening temp? I guess that it depends on, because they use, I mean, they call it recycled, but it's recycled from industrial materials. So it's technically recycled, but basically like brand new to us. But they do have several grades of PETG at Greengate now. Like they have one called virgin PETG that you have to print at like 285 or something like that. So they probably have something that will fit our needs.
Get it. Stupid fly. Persimmons PC blend did a pretty good job with brims, but there was a lot of cleanup.
Yeah. The using something like that, what do they say, CF? Oh, PC blend. Yeah, using high temp like that, PC, the supports and things like that are going to be crazy hard to get off.
Bug assault uses table salt, not rock salt. Very low power. Salt still goes everywhere, so I'll just be sweeping up salt. It won't hurt, but I'll have to sweep salt up off the floor.
See, it's fine.
No big deal. Thanks. Is there a listing for the extrusions?
That's what I'm looking for right now.
I didn't see them on the bomb.
I sent myself a BOM of this whole thing.
3D Printing World says, I know you can't dry Greengate's PETG is hot. I found out the hard way.
Oh,
Bummer.
no. That's not good. They're in the BOM, whoever asked about the extrusions.
Oh, Mike sent a link on Twix. He bought some at Murph. And they have yellow UV reactive too. Cool. That might be interesting. You black light it?
Now I'm going to have to spend like a whole day shopping for filament. There's too many different options.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Oh, okay. Thanks. Thanks, Andrew. Andrew's working with Rich at Greengate, and he says he'll give us a discount.
Sweet.
Thanks. Thanks, Andrew. Thanks, Rich. That would be very helpful. Friend of the channel. See, we get our perks.
Trying to decide. So John is on here. Maybe he can blacklight filament. There you go.
I think that would be cool.
Um, John's on here. So you've got the pictures of the frame, and they've got numbers next to them. But do those numbers correlate to the Muldex part number? Because the part numbers are like 19, 110, 21, 22. Is that how you numbered those, or is there like an index somewhere that I'm missing? I know it's been a few years since you probably looked at this, but so we're gonna find some sort of green, some sort of lime style green. I don't know that I've got some really dark green PETG, but I don't think I have any other. In fact, I might not even have that anymore. I've got a little bit of pistachio.
Pistachio? What
yeah.
color? What's that look
It's
like?
real light green.
Eh,
Yeah, it's
I want something more.
that's
Oh,
pistachio.
well, it's a very pretty color, but
I don't have very much anyway.
that's kind of a creamy green.
Yeah.
If your dehydrator fan dies, you can use a heat bed and fan in the old dehydrator shell. Good to know.
Maurice.
Hello, Maurice.
I don't know if anybody saw my, like, whoever follows me on Twitter saw my newest toy, but I now have a scientific, like, lab style oven that I really enjoy. Nothing like cooking filament, squashing an ant with a hammer.
I'm gonna use it for the holidays to. Is it a convection?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll use it for in the holidays.
We're gonna bake cookies by the end of the
make
weekend.
Cookies, and we're also I'll use it as a secondary oven. I'll have them bring it up. I need a secondary oven. Thanksgiving.
There's a drawing number for each extrusion. You would have to match the drawing number to the extrusion. Gotcha. All right, let me look at this real quick.
Marlin conversion on the oven, Joel says. Perhaps. Oh, goodness. Oh. Yeah. Well, after the 4th, I went to Las Vegas. My tummy still hurt, but I had control over all my faculties. So that was it. I'm going. So I went to Las Vegas over the weekend. We left Saturday and came back Tuesday over the weekend and with my girlfriends and had a good time. My tummy still hurt on Saturday, the day that we went, and then Sunday a little better, and Monday a little better, and then Tuesday, by the time it was time to come home, I was completely cured. So how you like that?
Of course.
But my appetite wasn't quite up to snuff, but I did okay out there. I would have liked to have been able to eat a little bit more, because I mean, if anybody's been to Las Vegas, you know there's a lot of good food out there, and so yes. Did I hit up Area 15 and Omega Mart? We didn't make it. We were gonna do that. You know how you go out there, Andrew, and you have all these grand plans. I'm gonna go see the Sphere. We're gonna go to Meow Wolf. It's gonna be so great. You know what? We hung out at the pool all day, and then we went out and ate and hung out, and we just kind of tooled around. So I didn't end up doing anything. So the cure was a Vegas trip. It must have been warm weather, swimming pools.
Movie stars.
We it was the hottest day on record.
Of course.
When we went to the pool, and we ended up doing okay. We found a shaded spot. So you're standing, don't try to get a chair or anything. Stand in the pool on days like that. You just want to hang out in the pool. So we just set up camp by the pool, and we had a shaded spot, and we just kind of stood around in the water all day and hung out. It was hot, 118 degrees on the hottest day on record. And we did okay, but I mean the wind, it's like getting hit with a blow dryer. It is just hot. But the water's a little cooler than, the water was probably close to 90 degrees, but it's still cooler than your body and it's still cooler than being outside. So really, it was just not bad. It was nice. But the whole running joke between us girls all weekend was, my eyeballs are burning. It's so hot, my eyeballs are burning. So anyway, that's what we were doing. Somebody says indoor pools only on days like that. We did okay. We were in the shade, plenty of libations, and we were standing in the water, so it really wasn't too bad for us. It's not like we, no sun beating down on us. We did okay, and we had a ball. Meow Wolf is fun, but they're a bad company. My friend has an art exhibit they have not fixed or taken care of. Oh, that's too bad. Oh, there, Mike put up a link for us. So it's a cool idea. It get too big and companies take over for the, well, and part of the thing is that it took so long. I think it takes so long to get through it. We just didn't want to take that kind of time to get through it. I want to do it, but then you're in Vegas. There's just so many other things that I'd rather be doing, like hanging out in a pool and drinking beer all day. That's, so, but we did have a really nice time. And I have a few pictures if you guys would like to see. Is now a good time to show a few pictures?
Oh, sure.
Of my Vegas trip, guys. I know you want to see them. So exciting.
Who votes yes for the slideshow?
Pictures? A few pictures.
While I read.
Nobody wants to see my boring vacation photos.
On GitHub.
Yeah. So anyway. Yes, Maurice says yes. That's all I need.
What you shared this with me on a.
Oh, did I not?
No, you got it. I got it.
Okay.
What do you want to start, bottom to top, or does it matter?
I put them in order, so start at the first one and then.
Lady Gaga.
Yes.
All right.
So we'll run through this. Try to run through it quickly. So the first night we went to Lady Gaga and she was amazing. She does like a jazz show and then she sang a few of her. So she sang a lot of like Frank Sinatra and Tony Bennett, those types. And then she did a few of her own songs. So next slide, please. That's her singing her songs. She was amazing. It was so good. I'm so glad I went. Now we were in the cheap seats, but we still got to see her. And that's all that we care about. Next. The next night we went to a restaurant called Marrakesh, which was a Moroccan restaurant. And here we got tableside drink service, but very vibey there. We had a really good time. It was a fixed menu. So you just went in, you paid your money, and then they brought you food. And go ahead and click over. That's the drink that they made for us tableside. It was very good, kind of spicy. I don't know. I didn't finish it. But it was a good drink. Very pretty, though. Very nice. And yeah, you just kind of hang out there and vibe. And the music is just that Moroccan music. You go in there, it's very loud Moroccan music. You can look it up. And then it's really cool. Dark and it's really cool. Very authentic feeling. The little tables there, kind of short tables. You're eating on a short table. Next. That was the beef kebab dinner course. And then if you can see hanging out there on the left, they've got you some hummus and some other kinds of dips. Yeah, very pretty. And that was one of the courses. And then what else? Oh, we had the next one is Belly Dancer. There she is, making eyes at my camera. Let it roll a couple of times so you can see. But the Belly Dancer come out and did that. It was really fun. We had a nice time. There we go. Next slide.
I'll tell you that. Now people will join the stream.
Yeah, no kidding. And then this was dessert. It was like a baklava, kind of a layered dessert. Had a banana and chocolate with, and I think that's cocoa on top, but a crusty crust and then soft gooey in the middle.
It was camel?
Yes. It was very tasty. And it was really good. This is a pic. Oh, the next night we went to, or not the next night, sorry. After that, we went to Tiki Bar. And that's a tiki flight that we had. We had a nice time. They made us little drinks. And we had a Mai Tai, like a zombie something or other. I don't know. Strong and pretty. That's what that's about. Next one. We got our server to light our shots on fire. So there's our pretty waitress she lit our shots on fire, and she's spraying like 151 or something on there and make it whoosh. It looked really cool. That was fun. And then here's our shots still on fire. There's us drinking them, and there's our little server in the background.
You have to blow them out before you drink them, right?
Yes. Yeah, you blow them out and then you drink them. Rum Tiki Mai Tai is my new band name. Very good. I like it, Andrew. Alrighty, next one. There's us at the pool, hanging out on the hottest day of the year. That's us at the pool.
I look like this guy back here. Actually, that guy's cooler than me.
So you see me there. Would it be your left? So on the left.
On the left, it's the screen. Yeah, you're on the left.
Okay, so there's me on the left. And then in the middle there with the cool sunglasses, that's my friend Mary. And then in the blue swimsuit, that's my friend Brandy. She's my old roommate from back in the day. She's my good buddy. And then that's my very good friend Sarah there on the right. And we're just hanging out by the pool.
Those are some sweet sunglasses. She looks like a 70s car dealer.
Mary does?
Yeah.
Oh, she looks so cool. And you know what? She got a ton of compliments on those shades.
Those are some serious shades.
Oh, man. She looked like Elvis. Very Vegas-y. That, and then the next time we went to this place called Circa, and that is Vegas Vicky. It's one of the old neons from old Las Vegas. And I have a little thing here. It says, the Vegas Vicky neon sign was installed in 1980 at the Bob Stupek's Glitter Gulch Casino on Fremont Street. It features a cowgirl in a white outfit kicking one leg in the air as an advertisement for the casino. The casino later became a strip club, but the sign remained at the same location until 2017. That is when Circa owner Derek Stevens had the sign removed for construction of the hotel and relocated inside. So that sign has been around a long time, and her leg used to kick. It used to be a mobile thing. And yeah, they have a great neon museum there. And so now she's inside Circa. And Circa, by the way, is beautiful. And the sports book is amazing. So the next one, there's us at Circa. And the sports book is behind us. And we all put $100 on the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl. And if we win, we can mail in the ticket if we want to. But if we win $600. So we decided that if we win the Super Bowl, and we have a year to cash it in from the date of the Super Bowl, if we win, then we got to go back to Vegas and collect our winnings. So, yeah. So there we are. And that's us. And that's us in front of Marrakesh. And I always have that weird wonky cross-eye thing looking. Don't look at that. But that's us at Marrakesh.
And that's it.
And that's it. Thank you for watching we had a really nice time and looking at a few pictures, and we had a really good time.
Chris's basement streams aren't just for 3D printing anymore.
Well, if you're going to have me on, then we got to talk about my stuff too.
All right.
So anyway, though, thanks for watching I was excited to show some pictures of me and my girlfriends, and we had a really nice time. It was fun. Very chill vacation too. Like we're too old for bottle service and all that. We just pool. Yeah, swimming pool, fancy dinners, maybe a show. We just take it easy when we're there now. Back when I was going 20 years ago, we'd do all that crazy stuff, but not anymore. Now we just go to relax. Thanks for sharing. Thank you for watching. Yes. Mike says, sounds like a project, kicking legs, pseudo neon sign. There's a few of them out there. I don't know if you remember the old cowboy. Mm-hmm. That he waves. He's still up. They don't wave anymore, but he's still hanging up there. We stayed downtown, by the way, if anybody's out. We stayed on Fremont. We stayed at the Golden Nugget, which we really like. They got a great pool. It's a nice, good size resort, but it's not so huge that you're just walking for miles and miles and miles. We really like the Golden Nugget. And what we really like too is that we can walk around downtown. We don't have to get a cab. We don't have to drive anywhere. We just can walk from casino to casino. And I love the Fremont area. It's really my favorite. The Circa is really nice. Take a look. And the plaza, the plaza's been redone. It looks real good. And then there's East Fremont now too, like towards, like, if you guys are familiar with Fremont, towards like the Walgreens, you go down towards the end on East Fremont. They've redone. There's some shopping over there, and there's a couple of little restaurants over there. Nacho Daddy's, which we ate at. Hypermotive. We went to Nacho Daddy's, and I had a tuna poke nacho bowl. It was delicious, and they have really good margaritas. But we did lunch at Nacho Daddy's. It was so good. We just had a really nice time. Very relaxing. Like I said, we don't hoop it up in Vegas anymore. Now we go to chill. We know the city so well. It's we just go to hang out, just be around each other, you know? Girl time. That's kind of nice. Our last time in Vegas, we stayed at Circus because of Mini-Me. Oh, God. Bleh. That place hasn't been good for a while. Although they do have a really good steak restaurant, Andrew. Did you eat at the steak restaurant? You go in there, it's all dark wood and leather. And the Circus restaurant, and their cooks are cooking in the middle of the dining room. So that's kind of neat. They're in a room, I'd say maybe, the size of a bedroom, 12 by 12, maybe a small bedroom, but 12 by 12 maybe, but they're just cooking in the middle of the restaurant, so you can actually see what they're doing. They got a really good steakhouse, at least when I went, and it's been a long time, but at least when I went, it was really good. Hypermotive went to Circus in Reno. It's not good. Neither is the one in Vegas. It's kind of scary. We did not. We went outside of the strip to eat some fantastic food off strip. Definitely. And I find myself like that Marrakesh place that I went to, that Moroccan place, so cool. And I'm so glad that I found it on a TikTok of all things. So, it was just, but I like looking for unique Vegas places off strip as well. We had a good dinner. Monday night we went to a steakhouse at Caesar's Palace, and it was really good. We had a nice time, but I like the off strip stuff. I like finding little hidden gems. There's so much. Vegas has so much to offer outside of Fremont and the strip too. And they're working on making it safer for tourists to go into these areas. Like Fremont, you stayed on Fremont and you don't veer off or you're going to get mugged. Now they're cleaning up the areas slowly. They're kind of cleaning up those areas to make them safer for people to be out and about. So Marrakesh wasn't in a bad neighborhood. It was in a strip mall. It was fine. The tiki bar, a little dodgy. But you know what? You get out of your Uber, you get in the bar, and then you don't come out until your Uber's there, and you get in the car and leave. So it's not like we're hanging out outside. I've been through Vegas, but not on the strip. I would love to see Terry Flavor or Penn and Teller. Chris and I went and saw Penn and Teller. When we went, it was really good.
Yep.
So there we are. Flew my Cessna 172 to Vegas a few times back in the 80s. Sweet. What a great trip too. Did you do it at night and with all the lights on? That would be cool. Joel wants to know where you got that oven.
Amazon. They were like less than $300, and I've been fighting with filament. It's a really long story, and you'll probably see a video on it. But there's been some talk about high temp filament, like people want to start printing high temp filament around the house. And I'm like, don't do that. But anyway, if you want to do that, you're gonna have to have a dryer. And we're talking not like a food dehydrator. We're talking 150 degrees, C to dry Peak or Ultim or something like that. So I decided, you know what? I will show just how difficult it is to print high temp filament. And if you want to do that, you're going to have an oven. So that's where we're going to start. But more on that as it develops.
I got to run upstairs real quick.
Alrighty. I got to find some bolts.
You need anything? Coffee? Anything?
I don't think so. I think I'm all set. I'll flip over here.
I'll be right back.
Okay. So, at least we can. It said there was an M5 by M5 by 20s, and then M5 by there's 41 button head M5 by 8. That's these. And then there's some T-nuts in here somewhere. Maybe? Yes, a bunch of them. So where is the measurement of the top? Maybe that's in number 3. Nope. A PTC DIY dryer? Yeah. I tell you, for as rough a shape as that thing was when they shipped it, I'm surprised it still worked. Man, they beat it up. All right, one. I don't see necessarily the measurement for. There's probably like 4 of those. And then you got, oh, I guess I could put you back on screen. So the uprights have the and then there should be 2 the same length. So those go in the back. It's going to take a minute to figure this stuff out. And then he's got through holes. Enhance. And those are all T-nut, I'm guessing. And those probably don't have. I see what's happening here. Because he's got a 2020 in the back. No, it's a 2040. And those have. I'm guessing they're hopefully they've. I can't imagine they didn't build a kit and thread all of them, but maybe they didn't thread all of them. I think they are all threaded. It's a good thing. Except that one. And there's 120 that's threaded, not the other.
Keep reaching for my mouse.
The ones that need to be tapped should be. Good.
Okay. Thanks, Andrew. I got your message. Thank you very much.
For that oven, I will show you a link to that oven. Bless you.
Excuse me. Thank you. All right, where were we? Let's see.
That's the oven I was talking about.
Oh, there you
It's
go.
basically the cheapest one I could find. But it does appear to work. So.
Oh, Joe found it. There you go. Oh.
So on the okay, here's the diagram where you're showing me what's going on. So that's the number 1 piece. That's the number 7 piece. So the 7 actually slides, it's got screws from the top that slide in so that you can get a wrench on them through. So that makes sense. And then it should have, so that top one,
Mike Fancy likes the idea of the orange. Green Gate has an orange. It turns orange under the UV light, and then the yellow glows green. So it changes color under the UV light.
what kind of
But I like
magic is he
this.
talking about?
I remember how Barbara sold me the magenta PEG. It glows orange under the UV light, is what he says. That could be kind of cool. Magenta, huh?
Then I'd have to get a black light set up and leave it there.
Yeah. Yeah, you would.
Yeah, I would.
That'd be fun. All right.
But we're definitely gonna have some filament before we can go very far.
Yeah, and Andrew sent you a they made a code for you, a coupon code for you.
Cool.
So,
thank you.
just for us. Thanks
right.
again, Andrew. Appreciate it.
So is there one of these that has a large enough? So they're button head screws. So what size is that wrench? Basically, I'm just stalling now because there's really not a whole lot more I can do. But you know, the more part number 206, the 4 button heads into 13, then attach 3 201.
Well, what else is going on in the world? It's hot and sticky outside. We got a humidity of 65% today. So it's really hot and really humid. I don't know what it is about Kansas City that gets so dang humid. Just that kind of place. Vegas, 120 degrees, but it's a dry heat. I mean, it's not so bad when the sun's not beating down on you. 120 is hot, hot, hot. But like I said, you're in the water, you're in the shade. You go from AC to AC. It's really not a big deal. Drink your water. That's the only thing I think I noticed about Vegas is that I say this a lot, but that here in Missouri, it's hot, yes, but it's so humid that you're not losing water. It's just hot, you know. But Vegas, like, steals your water. It takes all the water out of your body. I could not get enough to drink, like, water-wise. Dave Wilson wants to know how many rolls of filament it'll take.
John says just a little over 1.
Hi, Hans. Hello, welcome.
Hans.
65. Oof. Yeah, super muggy. Sticky gross. We stay inside tonight. We are going to grill tonight, but by this afternoon, the humidity will have burned off a little bit. We'll get the fans going. It'll be fine.
So I need to like see this spatially here for my brain to work this out. These are the front 2 pieces. So I'm going to imagine that.
Dave says he'll pay for 2 from Greengate. Dave, that's
Dave.
yeah. Thank you.
We'll work with. We'll see what ties Andrew gave us.
Yeah.
We'll see what
I'll
we can
take
do.
a look. Yeah, it's just hot and sticky. Mid-50s in San Francisco. That must be nice. Although I do like the heat. I like warm weather. I mean, I don't like it this hot, but I could do mid-80s pretty easy without and be pretty happy with that. Pretty comfortable.
Not a fan.
Dinner plans tonight? Anybody? We're going to grill some steaks. Chris is going to show meat to fire, and then we will eat it.
I'm just going to sit it outside for a little while.
Might as well. Put it on the dash of my car. We're going to grill some steaks.
Boom.
And have some, just stay at home. Last weekend was between 4th of July and Vegas. I'm pooped. I'm going to stay home. So we're just going to chill tonight. After 30 years here, 75 is hot to me. Yeah, you get used to that mild weather. Assuming we're talking about freedom units, 50 to 70 is nice. I agree. Very nice. You know, my favorite time of year is got to be fall. Like late September, early October here in Missouri. It's dry. It's about 80, 85, between 80 and 85 during the day. And then at night, the temperature drops down into the 60s. My absolute favorite time of year. Warm days and cool nights. I love it. Favorite time. Spooky season. Spooky time. Spooky season. That's my favorite time. Yes, I think I like it better than spring. And I think, too, that spring 80 is completely different from fall 80, at least here in the Midwest. Spring 80 is a whole different thing than 80 in the fall.
I think it's just because in the spring you're hopeful.
Well, that's true too. Like
you put on your shorts. And...
starting to thaw. Yeah, a little pale, but we're warming up. Yeah, that's probably true too. Is that after wintertime, spring 80 feels, but fall 80 is nice. They're both a relief in their own ways too, right? We're warming up. It's spring. It's warm. And then in the fall, you're like, oh, it's cooling off. Thank God. Yeah.
We're not going to die after all.
Right. I'm not going to melt. What is my favorite cut for a steak? I am a ribeye girl. Ribeye. To me, that's the best. But I'll eat fillets because they're just a little bit leaner. They're a little better for you, not much, but a little better for you, a little more lean. So ribeyes is a treat. Fillets usually my go-to. Like, you know, weeknight dinner, I'll grab a fillet. Chris is a strip steak man, and that's what we're having tonight. Don't you like the strip steak, don't you?
Yeah, you get kind of a mix on a strip. You kind of get a mix of both. You got a piece of fat there if you want to chew on it. You know, I mean, I don't know. I just kind of that was kind of like when I was growing up. Like we didn't have steak very often, right? But that was like the middle of the road.
Mm-hmm.
You could get a strip steak for not a ton of money. So that's what I was used to. So that's just what I like now.
Yeah. We're doing strip steaks tonight. And I got a little marinade. You don't really need to marinate a strip steak, but for flavor, we're going to marinate it and then get it on the grill. We're doing strips. But ribeye my absolute number one, but it's a fatty piece of meat and it's delicious, but it's not very good for you. So, and we eat ours. You're a medium. Chris is medium.
I just don't like it mooing.
I'm a medium rare girl.
Yeah.
Just run it through a warm room. A little more than rare, but I like it pretty red. And then what is y'all's favorite and how do you like it cooked? Spring is nice because everything comes back to life versus fall, which is season of death and decay. Very true. Very true. And it adds to spooky season. The leaves are turning. The great pumpkin returns. Tonight, beef stroganoff from leftovers of my daughter's bye-bye meal of prime rib. That sounds all right. Ooh, porterhouse. You got the best of both worlds there. I do like a porterhouse. Can't eat them. Everything is better on a pellet grill. There you go. Now we're Weber people. We like the Weber and good old charcoal.
I like to grill, but I also like to keep it simple.
Yeah. Matt Pearson likes New York strip, medium rare. That's pretty good. I like that. Try some strip steak on a bed of spaghetti with a barbecue-like tomato sauce. Interesting.
Come on now.
That seems...
If it was anybody with Sushio, I'd ask if they were from Hawaii.
Right. We're from Kansas City, man. I don't think we're gonna get run out of town if we do something like that. We're a big steak plate. We're big beef people. I don't know if we can get away with something like that. It does sound interesting, though.
And then we'll have
Hands, New York strip, salt, pepper, olive oil. Let them rest in a room temperature for an hour and go until 130, 135 internal. I flip them every 5 minutes to get the cross marks. Very nice. That sounds delicious. I do the same thing. I dry them off. I paint them up with olive oil. And then I do a little salt and pepper and a little garlic if I'm feeling jazzy. Now this marinade, I won't be doing anything. I'm just going to marinate them for a few hours. But that'll be good. That's usually how I do mine too, Hans. I'll dry it off, olive oil, salt, pepper, garlic. That's all you need. And you do. It is important too to let them come to room temperature before you cook them. They do better that way.
It has to be two.
Any part of the beef creature is good. Oh, and garlic powder, definitely. You got to put a little garlic powder on there.
Oh, that's because I grabbed the wrong one.
Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, any part of the beef creature is good. I agree wholeheartedly. I like beef. So there we go. Tomorrow night we're gonna smoke some ribs. Chris is on double duty all weekend.
It's a weekend menagerie of
make
every
him grill
farm animal.
all weekend. So we're gonna smoke some ribs on the Weber tomorrow. That's pretty good. They turn out pretty good. It's hot, so I don't know how it's gonna go. Chris is thinking. What were you thinking? Low heat.
Maybe I'll survive this. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking.
Low fire.
Yeah, the charcoal's just going to explode.
Hans tells his kids we're eating vegetarians for dinner when we have steak. That's
just not nice at all.
No, it isn't, but funny.
But funny.
Good. That's funny.
I'm guessing there's no through holes. No, there's not. Okay. So I think I got what we're doing now. What did we did land on green? Yes. Now I feel like we went in a million different directions.
No, Mike's trying to say filament to orange, magenta to orange.
Magenta to orange.
Black light. That's a suggestion for him, but I like the green. I'd be interested to see this purple to orange black light. I think that'd be kind of cool. If you wanted to set up a black light.
Yeah, if I'm getting something from.
It's all from Greengate.
If I'm getting something from Greengate, I might as well try some, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, just get a spool anyway. You said, how many spools can we get on this discount, Rich? Because I might have to do some shopping.
Yeah, let's see, what kind of discount is this?
And yellow-green. Greengate, yellow-green. Yellow turns to green. That's right. Magenta to orange, yellow to green. Thank you, Mike.
And I will, everyone playing along at home is going, wear that up before you screw it down. I will, I promise. I'll make sure it's nice and square. This thing is going to be, I mean, it's 300 by 400 on the bed, but you know, you have to allow that extra room for the heads to fly around.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a good sized machine when we're done here.
Yeah. Hans says he enjoys vegetarian food too. My taste buds don't discriminate with good food. But yeah, I'll try anything. I don't mind vegetarian food.
Don't matter to me.
Depends on what we got going, but yeah.
I can tell you one of the best quesadillas, I still talk about this, one of the best quesadillas I've ever had was just mushrooms and cheese, and it was amazing.
Yeah, where was that? Was at the Mexican place,
yeah,
wasn't it?
It was really good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what possessed me to get it either. I was like, you know what? I'm trying this. It was
Drew
really
Keaton
tasty.
wants us to do burnt titanium. That's that blue color that I
Yeah, cobalt.
cobalt. That's good. Yeah. Yeah, that I remember that. You
Yeah, it was
really
good.
enjoyed it.
So there's like what we like to call the halo. So that's the top section. And then that section would fit on, this is the front section.
Yeah. Mushrooms are good. Yes. Everybody thinks mushrooms. Sergio says mushrooms think that they are meat. That's what I like about them. They pretty much take on whatever flavor you put them, you know? I like mushrooms too. We have them with our steaks tonight. Salad is good. I always want to have salad, and then it just doesn't seem to work out. I always end up making way too much stuff. So we're gonna do steaks, mushrooms, a baked potato, and I think a piece of garlic toast. I do have salad if we want it. That's kind of salad maybe, but by the time we've had snacks and a few beers and we're ready to eat dinner, it's, you know, salad's kind of out the window.
The doctor is here.
The doctor, doctor.
He's a doctor and he's in our stream.
What's
And
your YOUDEX IDEX?
what's a YOUDEX IDEX?
What's a?
Okay, so the title of this stream is IDEX, YOUDEX, Muldex. That's the title of the stream. And I thought it was really funny at like 11 o'clock last night. But I don't know why. But I figured if I'm dexing, you should dex as well, right? I mean, it just made sense to me.
IDEX, YOUDEX, we all dex.
Muldex.
Muldex.
That would be the commercial for the Muldex, like a Yugo commercial. I go, you go.
Yeah.
You know,
Very
I don't know.
good.
It made sense at the time.
Very good. Drew Kenton. I apologize, Drew. I was reading quickly and I saw what I saw. He says, I'm not Batman. There we go.
But that's what Batman would say.
Well, the doctor says that he doesn't advocate salads. He does carnivore. So if the doctor says that it's okay, then it's okay, right?
A doctor told me so.
Yeah. This is doctor's orders. No salad. What if we put ranch all over it? Is it still a salad? We all dex.
We all dex for Muldex.
We dex. Maurice says, we dex.
We can dex if we want to.
Yeah. We can dex if we want to. Now we want to sing.
Here we go.
The night is young and so am I. Anyway.
If you don't dex, you're no friend of mine.
I dip, you dip, we dip, flashback. That's right. Yeah, barbecue all the way. Yeah, we're gonna grill tonight. It'll be good.
I'm gonna get him.
There we go. That's about it. I'm back to work. Summer school's on. We're summer schooling. It's pretty good there. Making lunches for the masses. Really enjoying it. Really enjoying the work.
Somebody that enjoys their job.
I do. I'm the luckiest girl in the world. I can do whatever I want. I like this. Doing good. Feeding kids. And I get a, you know, you're doing okay when you go through the lunchroom and you see that they're eating it. That's the big one. But if they eat it.
Because kids don't eat nothing.
We normally will cut up thin pork chops on our salad. I'll do that too. I've done that, Drew. I do it with leftover pork tenderloin. And I'll have it with my salad. It's pretty good, especially with a little barbecue sauce or something like that. It's pretty tasty. Dave, I work at the state school. It's over off of the Maplewoods. It's on the Maplewoods campus, and it's a school for the severely disabled. And I make lunch for them. So, and there's only about 40 kids in the whole school, and 25. I feed about 25 between a few adults, and between the kids and the adults, I feed about 25 people. And it's just me by myself, and I really like it. Don't have to answer to anybody. Just do me. Make lunch. That's my job. And the people that I work with are really cool. I mean, it's very family, like family. You know, we all work together and we chip in where we need, and And it's really good. I enjoy it, and it does mean something to them. They're happy to see me when they come in, and I make good, yummy food. That's the point, right? And mostly this place too, with the severely disabled, it's more about enrichment. I mean, we're teaching them things, but like more like life skills, how to do the laundry, how to tie your shoes, things like that. So and the way I see it, when I'm making lunch for these kids, to me that's the way that I contribute to the enrichment of these kids. It's more about enrichment. Yeah, exactly. Good food and happy people. That's good for morale. Good lunch. Good smells coming out of the kitchen. Everybody feels good. And that's kind of anyway, I really like it. I don't make any money, but I do enjoy it. So, yeah, exactly. 100%. My day can go to crap, but if the coffee and the food is good, it'll be okay. That's exactly right. You could be having a crummy morning, come get lunch. You'll feel better, you know? So, that's just how I do it. And so far, we're doing my menu now too. We've gotten into summer school. So the first month I was there, we were still rolling with her menu. The lady that was working there before, she wrote her own. And now we're doing my menu. And this is the food that I'm super comfortable cooking. So my technique is, I'm comfortable cooking it. So it comes out real good too. I mean, it's nothing special. I don't do anything special. I mean, we had cheese pizza on Friday, nothing special. Just and then chicken strips and mashed potatoes and gravy, things like that. Just comfort food. That's kind of my shtick. Within the guidelines, by the way, within the healthy guidelines that. So you get a veg and a fruit and stuff. Go ahead.
So if John is still in the chat, so these holes here are for the two carriages, the A and B carriage, but there's a 3-hole set here, and one set of this supports this mount, this piece of extrusion. This goes on here, but could these 3 holes are kind of offset to those 2 holes. So is it the 2 holes that you put the short piece of extrusion on, or the 3 holes? If you're still here.
All right.
If not, I'll just guess.
That's going to be a big printer.
It's going to be a beast.
That is going to be. Where are you going to put that?
Oh. There's nothing on top of the dryer.
Suppose I don't know that it'll clear the ceiling.
I probably will.
I don't think you'll be able to get it up there.
Well, we'll find out. That sounded like a challenge.
Challenge accepted. Excellent. So yeah, that's about it. So
that's what you got going on.
That's all I got. Back to work. Back from Vegas. Time to dig in. I think there might be an extra hole. There should be 4 holes in one groove. Use those. Show them again, and then let's see, baby.
We'll see
Watch this.
So the bottom has the 4 holes in it. 4 holes in one groove, but the top has 5. So you're saying 4 holes, 1 groove. Use the 4 holes. So 2 up here, 2 down here. Use that one. So I'm not sure. Maybe these are a little smoother cut. These aren't, just like a regular cut. It looked like they were done before they got anodized. So maybe they're just to reach some screw heads. I don't know. But we'll go with the 2 holes instead of the 3 holes.
Mike says that it would look really good in the living room.
I agree.
No.
I could put a fish tank on top.
Think you can hide this thing under a fish tank and I wouldn't notice?
It's a plant stand.
Uh-huh. Noisy one.
No.
Use the force, Chris. Use the force, Maurice says.
The force. I will. Can do.
About it. Quiet Place Day 1. Has anybody seen it yet?
Did we talk about that one yet?
I think we did,
Or
but
maybe we talked. Oh yeah, we did. We
I
did
know
talk
we
about
usually
it.
get into a movie discussion, and I wanted to. But there's another one coming out. Oh, the Twisters movie.
Meh.
Front the top to the first hole should be
Okay.
66 millimeters.
Thank you. That's. I should have said. I should have known that you would know the exact measurement. I should have
Yeah,
just asked
there
for
you
that.
go. Yeah. Twisters movie is coming out. Deadpool movie is coming out. I've heard scary movie. Y'all into scary movies. Long Legs. I don't know anything about this movie, but I've been seeing all kinds of buzz about it. And I'm very curious what Long Legs is about. Don't tell me anything, but has anybody seen any buzz about this movie? I'm very curious. It's a horror movie. I know that, but I don't know anything beyond that. Ooh, Alien Romulus is coming out. Looking forward to that. It's like a in the universe of, so it's no Ripley, but an alien movie all the same. I'm kind of looking forward to that too. That'll be a good one. What else we got? Meh. Just some other stuff. Oh, that'll be nice. Yeah. Yeah, so that'll be good. Few more movies coming out.
Beautiful. And
I
we're on
didn't
the
get
right
to
track.
watch my Crummy Stand miniseries movie. I may start that this afternoon and
I'm
then
so
finish it
sorry we
tomorrow.
missed that.
Yeah.
I really wanted to watch that.
John says, or 2.6 inches.
Gotcha.
Yeah, thank you, John. We know our freedom units around here. But
Kinda.
for the others, 2.6.
I don't know either measurement scale well. Fractions are hard.
Fractions are hard. Good lord. Long Legs looks terrifying. I love the Alien franchise. Me too. Hey, Ange, how are you? Yeah, I haven't seen anything about. I haven't even seen any trailers or nothing. I'm gonna at least have to look up the trailer, but I've been seeing all kinds of buzz about it, and I'm interested. I'm interested. Although,
A Time Bandit show coming to Apple TV.
get
I
out of
love
here.
the Time Bandits movie.
I might. Well, now we're gonna have to get Apple TV.
We're gonna have every streaming
We're
service
gonna
known
have
to
them
man.
all.
I used to watch
Somebody
that
is
all the
making
time.
a Dark Tower miniseries. And I mean, you hear it. Anybody that knows Stephen King, The Dark Tower, we've been hearing buzz about movies and miniseries and stuff like that for years. But this time it could be real. And so, but I heard that somebody's putting together a Dark Tower miniseries, or yeah, a miniseries. I mean, it would take like 10. I mean, I think 10 episodes minimum, I would think. Yeah, I was gonna watch it, Matt. I was gonna watch it on the 4th, and I wasn't feeling well, so I may have to do it. And I was gonna do it in a day, like 4th of July marathon, and then go out and light fireworks. But I don't think so. Now I think I am gonna watch it maybe this weekend and just split it up over the next 2 days.
That might cure you from ever wanting to watch it again.
Yes, that's true. I doubt it though. That was my so now like the movies that I'm compelled to watch when they're on. Hunger Games, Matrix, Star Wars, I just watch. Those are the ones I like to watch when there's nothing to watch.
It's like drinking tequila.
But the Stand miniseries, back when I had it on DVD, that used to be my watch something just because you want to watch something. So I'm glad to so I'm gonna watch it because it's been a long time. So yeah, it's an old one. Once I started designing Fusion 360 and switched over to metric, I was shocked at how much easier it was to use than Imperial. Definitely.
I tell people that all the time.
It makes a lot more sense. Thanks, Angie. Yeah, it makes a lot more sense to me. I use a lot of grams too, and like baking and stuff. It's easier to use the metric. The weights and the measurements are a lot easier. So like in a cup of flour is 120 grams, but a cup of flour is 4 ounces, and 1/4. You know what I mean? Just easier to measure in grams than it is to measure in, in pounds.
Matt Pearson just says MOON.
That's right. That spells lunch. Where are you? Yeah, Angie, it was fun, and thank you. I was happy to show it. I didn't know if they'd be. I asked Chris, I'm like, are they gonna be interested? Are they gonna think it's stupid for me to show my stupid Vegas pictures? And then I said, oh well, I'm gonna make them watch it anyway. So anyway, though, but yeah,
I believe I said, does it matter?
Went really well, and we had a really good time. And I hope you had a nice 4th of July and a nice weekend. Let's see. Ever get to watch Michael Moore Where to Invade Next? French School Lunch? I have not seen it. I've heard about it. MOON, that spells Chris's basement.
That's right.
Oh, there you go.
And this was the part where John said, hey, do this in the right order or you're going to have to go backwards. So, of course, I didn't do it in the right order, but that's okay, too.
Andy's watching Appleseed film series on the Appleseed film series. What is that, Andy? I'm going to look it up.
And then you flip it, put the 4 legs on. Then you put on your thing piece.
Chris watched Independence Day the other day. Didn't you watch it over the
did,
weekend while
yeah.
I was gone? Sergio watched it on July 4th. Independence Day and what's the one with the asteroid? The Bruce Willis and the asteroid and
Oh, what is that? Which one is that?
What's the name of that movie? Appleseed. Oh, it's like a anime. Very nice. Apoca something. Armageddon. Thanks, Ange. Armageddon. That's the one.
How could I forget?
That's right. You guys are NASA. You guys just sit around and think stuff up. Yes. Yeah, way to go, Angie. Armageddon. That's always a good one to watch. Very American on the 4th of July. And
I can't. Armageddon bother. One, I don't like Ben Affleck. But two, because that's where they're mining the asteroid, right?
Yeah.
I don't like him. And two, that Aerosmith song is the worst thing I've ever heard. And that movie caused that song to be in existence. And I can't tolerate it.
Yeah.
Oh, my Lord.
Would you like me to sing something?
No. Nope. I'm good. I hope I never hear that song ever again.
Han says, Samsonite. I was way off. That is a funny movie. I haven't seen that one in a long time. That Samson. I was way off. Oh, I like this one too. So you're saying there's still a chance.
We say that all the time around here.
We do say that a lot, don't we?
do.
Maury says, leaving on a jet plane. No, the Aerosmith one. It's bad. Steve Buscemi is funny in that movie, though. Yes, I agree. Yes. Yeah. And I also agree with you about Ben Affleck. What a D. I'm just going to say he's a D. DB. A DB. Anyway, and the worst Batman ever. By the way,
well, I don't want to start piling on Ben Affleck.
The mere premise of him as Batman just irritates me. Although, he was old Batman, like Justice League Batman, and he was old, and he played so it wasn't like it was a 50-year-old man trying to play a 25-year-old man. Thank God for that. So I will give him that. He played old Batman, and that was okay. But I don't like Ben Affleck as Batman. So that's that. No. And tried to kill Superman, which was not cool.
Not cool, Batman.
Yeah, live and let live, man.
Not cool.
We all got things.
We all got baggage.
That's right. Why should Superman have to pay for your childhood trauma?
Now we're going real deep here.
Oh, the Joker killed my parents.
Oh, yeah? Well, I had to walk to school when I was a kid.
That's right.
We all got problems. That was just really insensitive of us to treat Batman and Superman that way.
No, I do not like Batfleck. George Clooney Batman is
Oh my God.
not very good either. Yes. Yeah, Andy agrees with us on the Batman, by the way. Snyder DC Metaverse needs to go away. I agree. Andrew, I don't like it either. Printer question. I have a clipper running on the CB1 and a spare SKR V1.4. How dangerous is it to run on the printer? Could I kill the printer?
We have a what and a what? Flipper CB1 spare 1.4. I mean, was there like a problem or something with CB1 and on 1.4? I don't think there'd be any issues running it. I think it'd be fine.
All right. Angie says, fun fact. I assume you're talking about Ben Affleck here. Speaks super fluent Spanish, and it's wild to watch him in interviews because he's way more animated when speaking Spanish. Oh, that's cool. Right on. Keaton was the best Batman. I agree. Keaton was the best Batman, but I think Christian Bale was the best Bruce Wayne. Just my humble opinion. Not nearly as uptight as cute. Anyway, sorry, there was a sidebar conversation going. And but that's my opinion. Keaton was the best Batman. I think Christian Bale was probably the best Bruce Wayne. He was very good. I didn't really care for Robert Pattinson's Batman.
Won't even watch it.
Yeah, Chris won't even watch it. A little scrawny for me. Adam West, Batman. Well,
I love Adam West.
He was the original. I agree. And you're right. Nothing. And which is why they really haven't done anything with the Joker, because Heath Ledger did it best, and it will not be redone. Now, there was what's his name that did the Harley Quinn movies. What's that guy? Jared Leto.
Yeah.
That did the and
Suicide Squad.
He really tried, and like, kudos, Jared. You tried, man.
He's scary though.
He was scary, and he come up with a very unique laugh, and I mean, like, he really put a lot. And I feel bad for the guy. He put a lot of effort into that Joker character. I just don't think it translated well. Like,
you gotta think though, like, knowing the Joker as I do over the years. I mean, and he's fighting Batman for the most part, and Batman's a real nerd. I mean, like, if you ever watch the old Justice League cartoons, like, it's, you know, everyone's super except Batman, and Batman's usually back at the hacienda doing math. Right. You know, I mean, that's what Batman does. But knowing Batman as a character, super smart rich guy, the Joker would be some little nerd guy, and that's how Heath Ledger played it. You know, he had a lot of tics, and he was wringing his hands a lot. He just did a really good job of what I think the Joker would have been.
I think so too. I think Heath Ledger, absolutely the best Joker. Yeah. Hot take: Robert Pattinson, best Bruce Wayne.
I can't judge because I refuse to watch.
Next time I see you, Andrew, I will listen. But that's the best I can offer right now. I don't think I respectfully disagree, but I'm open to having my mind changed. So yes. Moving from Marlin to Clipper. Oh, Sergio's back. He says, moving from Marlin to Clipper on the Zone Star P802QR2.
Oh, so you're saying, like, would flashing to Clipper ruin anything? No, you can get it back. Sometimes it's tricky to get it back if you want to go back to Marlin to get that bootloader just right. But you can do it. If you get stuck, let me know. We'll figure it out. But yes, you can do it.
So he said Heath Ledger made his co-stars uncomfortable with the character. It was so scary and intimidating. Absolutely. And I was Heath Ledger a method actor? I mean, I'm sure they all try it, right? But I could see that. Terrible Joker look. I'm guessing you're talking about Jared Leto. People don't like they're saying Robert Pattinson's emo Batman.
Emo Batman.
Wayne. Emo Wayne. And then yeah, Heath Ledger was the best. Sparkly Boy is not Batman. That's what Mike Fancy says. Sparkly Boy.
That sounds. I can totally see Mike Fancy saying that right now.
Yeah, Hobbies with Newbie says he fell asleep watching that Batman. I did not. I don't even think I finished it. It was so boring. Mark Hamill Joker voice is amazing. Yes, it is. Holy cow.
I love that cartoon.
Have you ever heard him read tweets?
Yeah, it's crazy.
He
Yeah.
does. Sometimes he'll read tweets in the Joker voice. It's pretty funny. I still think that Burton Batman films were my favorite. The Nolan Batman films were okay.
The only problem that I like all Batman, but almost all Batman except recent Batman. The original movies, I mean, they were corny, but they were supposed to be the Burton movies. They were supposed to be cartoonish, right?
Yeah.
But I enjoyed them still. I'll even watch the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, but I like the fantasy, the fantastic.
But the Dark Knight movies were really good, but way too long. Man.
Oh my god.
The one with Heath Ledger, the second one, I love the movie. It's awesome in every way, but I almost can't do it in one stint. I have to watch half and then come back and watch the next.
Yeah, the Dark Knight movies are really good. It just depends on what I mean, though. I think you're getting a completely different movie experience with every. Yeah. Jim Burton is different. It's like I said, it's fantastic. It's fantasy driven. It's over the top cartoon characters, and then you got the Dark Knight, which is more seated in reality.
Yeah.
And it's very good. Yeah, it's good. And then you got the Justice League movies, which are okay. Me.
They have their moments.
Yeah.
Some of them are kind of funny.
Mark Hamill is just really great in general. I agree. I like him. And cool. I'm glad that he's managed to find it. He hasn't really been in a whole lot of movies, but I'm glad he's managed to find a career in voice acting and and just being Luke Skywalker. Shoot.
All you need.
And it's my understanding that Mark Hamill is very invested in his Star Wars character. Like, he went the last 3 movies, the Force Awakens movies. He was like going to the director and being like, "No, this isn't right. That's not Luke." I'm like, dude, So I mean, like, it means a lot to him. The IMAX of Dark Knight was amazing. I'll bet it was. All this Batman chat, I need to go back and watch them from the starts again. From Keaton to Bale. That's not a bad idea. No, Robert Pattinson Batman, though, for you. Yeah, Mark Hamill's a good guy. He seems like a good guy. The Burton film bridged a bit of the Dark Tower with humor. I agree. Val Kilmer / George Clooney abominations are unwatchable. Well,
abominations.
What are you gonna do? I don't even really count them. They're not even on my radar as far as the Batmans go. Like, best Batman. They're not even in the...
You do what any good American does, and you watch it and complain.
Exactly.
That's what you do.
Exactly. The only thing about the modern superhero films, they are no longer for the whole family like they used to be with likes of Adams West and Christopher Reeves. I agree, etc. How do you feel about Henry Cavill as Superman? Is that how you say his name?
I've said this a million times, though.
Cavill.
They're Christopher Reeves and all that talk about Superman or anything. He was just a pretty normal looking guy.
Yeah.
You can pretty much in any generation you can go find a guy that looks like Superman.
Yeah.
I think Batman is a little more of a challenge, but I don't know. I just feel like Superman's so generic. Like,
you think so? You can just put anybody in there?
Better than other roles, anyway. I think a lot of people can play Superman because he wasn't super muscly or anything. He was just I mean, he's just a regular guy.
Well,
he wasn't a guy at all, but,
Some of the Supermans were super muscly, and Christopher Reeves was not.
No.
Although he bulked up quite a bit. He just doesn't have the body for it. Christopher, more of a swimmer's body, long and lean.
Yeah, but that was, Superman wasn't that impressive.
No, he was supposed to be unassuming.
He was an
That's
alien.
the point.
Right?
Yeah. Colin Farrell as the Penguin in the Batman was pretty amazing. A different take on a weird character. Oh, I agree.
Colin Farrell played the Penguin?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't recall. I'm such a bum when it comes to those movies. I don't really. Let's see. It's weird they put out the idea that Luke tried to kill his nephew in the movies or whatever that second movie had. Yeah. That was kind of an interesting I don't know. I don't know what that was about. Typical
Yeah.
farm boy look.
Just a kid from Nebraska. I mean,
That's what you're saying. Yeah.
I've known a million people that look just like that guy.
Yeah. Henry was one of my favorite Supermans. Tom Welling was the best Clark Kent. There you go. Yeah, I like Henry as Superman. I think the character's good. He doesn't.
Which one is he? Is he the one from the Justice League?
He's the Justice League.
Okay. Yeah,
Superman.
he's not bad.
Not quite as wholesome though as the Christopher Reeves.
That's just because you saw him go bad and try to kill the Batman.
Well, that's true.
That's Bizarro Superman.
Bizarro Superman. How do I feel about the Toxic Avenger? I don't know who I've never seen it.
That's a trauma film. That's old school, bad movie.
Is it? Well,
Yeah.
we'll have to check it out.
Oh,
I
it's
feel
horrible.
about
You'll
that
love
sort
it.
of thing. I have to check out the Toxic Avenger.
I'm surprised you've never seen that. That thing's so bad. That's right up your alley.
Maybe I have seen it.
But definitely worth a watch.
Him considering it wasn't out of the norm, the anger and fear overtook him during his final thoughts with fight with Darth Vader. I agree. Yeah, I mean, so I could see that. Yeah, you totally can't tell it's Farrell until you watch the credits. I'm totally okay with that. Not every story needs to be family friendly, and often takes away from really showing how dark some characters are. Well, there's movies for kids and there's movies for adults, you know. But Tim Burton one definitely for kids. I mean, I remember when it came out. I was a teenager.
Well, now too. I mean, you think there's multiple generations of kids that know these characters now. I mean,
Yeah.
like when my dad grew up, they started making action comics in like 1939 or something.
Yeah.
And he was born in the late 40s. So like they first saw the movies from the original concept. Now it's like 3 generations later. So it's going to change. I mean, how we see these things.
Right.
And I think that's appropriate. So they were made for kids at certain phases, and they change it up, but
Angie says it's not even so bad, it's good. It's just a fun bad movie. I looked it
The
up.
Toxic Avenger.
We can watch it on Amazon Prime.
Oh my.
Yeah, so I might have to check that one out.
It's a bad.
They have a remake. Somebody says there's now you're referring to the 1984 version, right?
Yes. I did not know that anyone would ever remake that.
2023. Toxic Avenger. There's
Okay.
an official trailer. Not out yet. Is it? No, it says 2023, but I don't know. Oh, it came out September 23rd, 21st. I'll have to see if I can't find it. Let's see.
Oh, what am I doing? I don't want those going there. Hopefully it's as horrible as the first one.
You bet. It may not be streaming. I'll have to look into that one a little bit further. But the 84 version's on Amazon Prime. We'll have to check it out.
Mm.
And it's not very long. It's only about an hour and 40 minutes, so we can knock that out quick.
It's a gem.
All right.
Say the least.
All right. That sounds all right.
Now, now I know what he was talking about.
What's going on over there?
You're supposed to slide those
Oh.
screws in while it was off.
No publisher wants to release it, so said the 2023 version.
I'm not surprised.
Me neither. The rules are you have to watch a pink tutu while you watch it. Oh my gosh.
Mm.
I don't even have a pink tutu. I got a pink nightgown.
Now you gotta buy a pink tutu.
It's gonna be a whole thing.
It's gonna be a whole thing.
That might be a fun one to watch.
You're gonna have to be in a very open-minded mood to get through the first 5 minutes or so.
Is it really bad?
Oh yeah.
How have you seen this movie and I haven't?
That used to be like on USA Up All Night. It's that kind of movie.
Well, I'm looking at the pictures
Like
of the
Chopper Chicks in Zombie Town.
It's got freaking Tyrion from Lord of the Rings in it.
I don't know who that is, but
Hold on a minute. Let's see. Hold on. Let me get his name. Mitch Cohen.
it's like Attack of the Killer Tomatoes bad.
I don't know. I just saw a picture of him. He may not be in it. Maybe I'm mistaken.
It's been a long time since I've seen it.
Charles Lee Jr. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out. Andrew says trauma films weren't even B class, more like C, and that was and that's the fun.
Yep.
I'll have to look it up. Well, see if I can. I'll try to see if I can't find it. I can't believe I've never seen this movie. I do remember Gilbert Godfrey's Up All Night though.
Right. Yeah.
Elvira had an Up All Night show too.
Well,
Peter
Rhonda,
Dinklage, thank you. But
Rhonda,
I don't
what's
know
her
that
name?
I saw a picture of him. I may have been mistaken though as to whether or not. I don't know yet. Yeah, she wants to know what we're snacking on first. I don't know yet. Straight for the pretzels or waiting for the barbecue. I like, I don't know yet. How many printers have you built over the years, honey?
Ooh.
Many, many, many printers.
Built versus scratch built, I couldn't even tell you the number, like versus like how many printers have I used over the years, like unique printers? I don't know, 120, 150 probably. We're getting in that neighborhood, I would guess.
There's plenty down here, and you've given away plenty.
Yeah.
Angie, how's the bookstore coming along? I'd say over 200 built, Andy says. He would know.
Yeah, Andy
is with us in the beginning.
He's officially the only person that I know that has watched every video. And I believe he's done it twice. He is a diehard Chris's Basement fan.
We love him for it.
That's right.
Peter Dinklage is in the Toxic Avenger 2023.
Oh.
That's why I saw a picture of him. Gotcha. Peter Dinklage is in that one. Okay. He's a pretty good actor, that Peter Dinklage. And I like that he specifically chooses roles that are not written for little people. He doesn't play little people.
He seems like a thespian.
He is.
Type.
He is a thespian type. I think he's a pretty decent actor.
Patrick Stewart's thing going on there.
I don't think he dances. Yeah, but I think he's a pretty decent actor. Good. Hoping to open by the end of the month. Have a leak under the back door. Boo. Though with all the rain lately, it's been a real pain. I can't wait for the landlord to fix it. Yeah, for sure. Little known fact, Steve Peace, one of the guys that made Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, went on to serve in the California State Assembly and State Senate. Cool. Good to know. Andy's watched it 4 or 5 times, 5 or 6 times now.
Wow. I knew it was at least once all the way through.
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
We were debating this the other day. I'm not, like, if you count like everything I've ever uploaded, like shorts and everything all together, I was gonna take a guess that it was like a little over 500, but now I need to go look. We're at 69,195 subscribers. 70,000's coming up. Well, it used to show you the counts. No, I don't see them.
That's a lot of printers, honey.
602
Videos?
Yeah.
Wow.
602 uploads. Over
Wow.
7 years. I mean,
Holy cow.
adds up.
We're gonna have to make a note when you hit 1,000. Does that include your shorts and streams and everything?
That's uploads in general. That's everything.
Cool. Hugh Jackman is also a dancer. Bob says, Picard, not Swayze. Sir dance a lot. About Patrick Swayze. Or about Patrick Stewart. Darn it! I think that's what he's talking about. I must have said Patrick Swayze earlier. I meant Patrick Stewart. Yes. Yes. Hugh Jackman's a big dancer, singer, Broadway type. When did you get your first printer? I feel like I got in with an easy button with the MK3.
Yeah. Yeah, if I would have started with, who knows where I would be if I would have started with something that was easy to use.
Yeah.
I got my first printer,
the G-Tech.
The G-Tech. In June of 2016.
Yeah. Peter Dinklage was amazing in Game of Thrones. I agree. I really liked him in that show, and he was also one of my favorite characters as well. And I really like what they did with his arc, you know what I mean? Like, the whole good guy in a bad world kind of thing going on, and he did what he thought was best, and redemption, and I really liked his character arc there in that show. It's about one of the only things about how the show ended that I liked. At least they did him right. I feel like they did Tyrion right, his character. Everybody else, they kind of meh. Feel like they kind of phoned it in. I really hate that Daenerys, her character arc was awful. They had her going, and then they rushed it in the end. I think that's kind of what happened. If you started with a printer that just worked, you'd be bored.
Probably.
That's right. You know what? Half the fun is the tinker, right?
Yeah.
Dinklage is good in Game of Thrones. Then watch him in Pixels. Super fun actor. Yes. Well, he's pretty good in the X-Men. In the X-Men movies, I liked him in that. And
but he was so bad.
Oh, what was everyone's first printer? Jeremy's was a Monoprice Mini. Yours was a G-Tech.
G-Tech Pro B.
G-Tech Pro B. Hobbies with Noob said ANET A8, but I did my research and changed the firmware and put the overheating protection.
There you go.
Remember that you still got that what's the one where you printed the printer at a printer parts?
The Snappy.
Snappy.
I still threatened to try that out again.
Andrews was an Ender 3. Joel was a Prusa MK2. Andy was a CTC Visor Dual.
Yep.
You know that one?
Yep. And all too well. I think that's how Andy found me, is because he had the same one that I did. And they're awful.
Do you still have your original printers?
I have mine.
Voxel Lad Joe Aquila. Ender 3 V2. What is Iligo? Iligu Mars?
Yep, Iligu Mars.
Iligu Mars Pro. Mine was a CR6 SE.
There you go.
Malin M200. Good question, Angie. Way to contribute. Malin M2 V2. And then Andy still has his. It's on the TV stand.
There you go.
There you go. A shrine, or do you actually use it?
Andy and I have talked about this. I kind of feel like I should fix it once and for all. Now that I saw somebody at Murph had one that actually worked, I feel like I should go back and make it right.
There you go. Bob says he does not have his original printer. He got rid of it a long time ago. Andrew Rogers still has his Ender 3. He put a chameleon on it. Cool. Does it still work? Dave Wilson's was a TiVo Tornado.
I had a Tornado.
Sergio is working on the Zone Star right now, putting on Clipper.
Yeah.
Jeremy still has his. It's sitting on the shelf, a special spot on the shelf. Hobbies with Noob has his A8. It's in parts, waiting its Core XY upgrade frame.
That's going to be interesting.
Eckertech 2015. You know that one?
No,
That's Mike Fancy's Prusa. Prusa i2/Mindel design. Box of parts. That was Mike Fancy.
Yeah, that's the previous generation. That's old school.
Here's one. Hi, Chris. I have a G-Tech i3 Pro B. Your tutorials helped me a lot. I got it in 2021. Got frustrated back then with all the tweaking, so it ended up in a box. Rebuilt it like a month ago.
Nice.
Yay! Happy to help. George is here. He said, I just came back from metal detecting. Did you find anything? He wants to know what we're building.
We're building the Muldex IDEX 3D printer from 3D Printing World. Links and all the information and everything. So it's going to be a long, long build. But the frame is assembled. So this is the size of this machine. It's a monster.
There you go.
But sturdy.
Yeah. I had a hot melt glue gun back in the 80s. If that counts, it totally counts, Joel.
Totally counts.
He said he just got it working. Andre just got it working like a week ago. And then he said, I just upgraded it to the Bowden system with a CR10 extruded, and with 3 days of work, it's starting to work.
Nice.
Chat GPT or GTP is helping a lot. So there you go.
Flashwords Creator Pro. I remember that, John. I remember seeing pictures of that. Like, John has a horrific story. Like, Flashwords creators have been around a long time, so I don't know when he got it, but it might have been way back in the day. But I remember seeing some pictures of when that happened. He has a really scary story about, like, he's in the middle of the night, this thing catches fire and the smoke alarm starts going off, and there's like flames on the floor of this 3D printer. Scary stuff.
Wow.
Don't want that to happen.
Sounds scary.
Yeah.
Monoport 3. Solval SV1.
Oh, Mono Price 3. Yep. Joel Driver coming in with 5 memberships.
Thanks,
you, Joel.
There you are. What do you think here?
This is all we can do for today. So, the frame is built. We are ready to print some parts. So, hopefully, everything will be printed in 2 weeks, and we'll do all that good stuff. We kind of know what's in the kit now. I didn't necessarily see... I'll have to go back through it. I'm sure we've got pulleys and bearings and all that good stuff. We'll get that done. And we ended up with green. So, we're going to... work with Green Gate, get some filament over here, and we'll start printing.
All right. And what are we looking at? 2 weeks from now? It'll be the 27th of July.
And we're going to be out of town at some point, but we'll be...
next week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So
oh, okay. So we won't miss
yeah, it'll be in the middle of the week. We're going to go to Omaha. And we'll talk about it next stream, but we're going to go to Omaha. That's how Kansas City and Omaha are about 2.5 hours away from each other. So we just swap seas. So Omaha comes down here for the weekend and fools around, and we go up there for the weekend. They got a nice little entertainment district. It's just kind of fun for a day or two. They got a nice zoo. What's that? Airplane museum or aerospace museum?
Yeah, they got a
kind of neat. They got some stuff there. So it's good for a day or two, Omaha, and it's an easy drive. So we'll talk about that though next time.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there we go.
It. First
That's it
day
for
of your
today.
vacation. No, you'll be off for a week already. So never mind. So, all right.
So there you go. That's it for today. Thank you all for joining us. Thanks for the support, the memberships, the tips. It's always good. Yeah, well, Dave, you do the same. Try to stay cool. We'll do our best.
Yes.
It's going to be some pretty hot days coming up, but
Yeah.
this is going to be an awesome build. I'm really excited to build it. It's a great design, and we're gonna have some fun. IDEX is an interesting thing to put together, so but we're gonna make it work.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Dave, you stay cool too. It's so hot.
So
Be
hot.
careful. Lots of water. All right.
All right. Well, we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Have a good one.
All. Have a good weekend.